Hello everyone, my name is Francesca Diaz. I am a student from MSP and today I'm going to talk about how whale migration is affected by climate change. Fun fact is that whales, when they release their fecal plumes, is a nutrient-rich resource for microorganisms such as plankton. We will see how everything is related and how whales are a keystone species for the ocean. We know that whales live in cold waters and they get their energy and resources from there. Then they migrate into warmer areas and they mate and breed. We know, so our question was how climate change affects the migration pattern of whales. We will see how it's affecting the breeding behavior and the most important one, the feeding behavior. The two factors that part of climate change that affect the whale migration is global warming and ocean acidification. The global warming, what it does is that it ice melting. So that when the ice gets melt, there is not a suitable environment for plankton. This means that plankton moves around in order to find more resources in other colder waters. This means that krill moves along with the plankton. So whales also move along with the krill in order to find resources to get energy in order to migrate. The second factor that is from climate change that affects the migration of whales is ocean acidification. As we know, CO2 is released in the atmosphere and CO2 is absorbed by the ocean. As you can see in the graph, the pH decreases because of the release of CO2. With this pH decrease, there is plankton that does not survive because it doesn't have the resources in order to overproduce. If plankton doesn't overproduce, then krill is missing or there's a lack of krill. So whales do not get that energy in order to migrate. And when they arrive to the mating places, it's hard for them to mate and to breed. So as you can see, it's a constant loop of everything where whales release their fecal plumes, where plankton reaches out the fecal plumes in order to overproduce, where krill search for plankton and where whales search for plankton. It's all connected just because of the whales. As we can see, the whales are keystone species, and if they are affected by global warming or ocean acidification, it will affect the entire system. So whales are keystone species and we need to protect them. We need to analyze their their migration in general. And thank you for watching. If you have questions, just ask.